night. It was a great night. It was a slow night. I needed one of those because boy, oh boy, was I tired. So I worked with a lady who is from Africa. She's from, no. She's specifically from, she's specifically from a place in Africa, and I never heard of it. And I said, oh, where is that? And she was like, you have a nursing degree, go look it up. So, I had to look it up, learned a few things about Africa because we had the time. So it was a good night. Yes, I needed that night, so thankful. Hello, how are you?
I want you to go to bed.
Tired as can be, but still got the energy.
You went straight through last night?
Yes, sir. You're so funny. Strong and mighty.
Uh-oh.
Let me give
50 years.
Really? It's been 50 years since you heard the national anthem? Well, go ahead, get excited. You have a nursing degree. You could have searched it.
Oh, du combat éclatants, accourir les aussi bâtisseurs du présent. La prospérité. Oh my God!
Beautiful. You still know it. So you hear all of these statements about COVID-19 being like a conspiracy theory and people made it up and this and that and China, and people try to find the blame. And do I think that COVID is a conspiracy theory? My answer to that is, who cares? Like, why do people feel the need to know everything? You know what I mean? Like I believe that you don't have to know the answer for everything. You don't have to know everything. Like, some things are just unknown, and I think that we should be okay I think that we should be okay to just be like, I don't really know. But people have such a hard time doing that because everybody wants answers, which is why, it's like there's a lot of atheist or agnostic people, which is a whole different story, which is fine, whatever. If you're agnostic and atheist, perfectly fine. Hello, how are you? But, it's because they need answers and things don't make sense. And it's like, I need this to make sense. I need that to make sense. Like when I lived in Seattle, most people in Seattle were atheists and agnostic. And it was fine. I love them. Like, there's stuff I get along with atheists and agnostic people, I think, the most, because we have the best conversations because they're open-minded. You can be philosophical with them. They ask questions. Like, people always complain that I ask too many questions, but atheists and agnostic people actually ask a lot of questions as well. So I get along with them the most. So it's like, but then it comes to a point where it's like, if you just keep trying to find answers for everything, you're going to drive yourself crazy. Like, you're literally going to drive yourself crazy. And it comes to a point where you just kind of have to just take it for what it is, have faith in whatever, regardless if you're going to believe in something or not believe in something. You have to have faith to do either or. You have to have faith to believe in something, or you have to have faith that it doesn't exist. Just pick which one you want to have faith in. Do you want to have faith in God, or you don't? You want to have faith that He doesn't exist? You want to have faith that COVID was a conspiracy, or you want to have faith that it's not? Like, whatever, pick one. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if COVID is a conspiracy theory. It doesn't matter who started it, where it comes from. Like, none of that truly matters. Like, the only reason why that would matter at all is just to do research and say, okay, if it came from China or if it came from here, what can be done in the future to not let that happen again? Just for preventative measures. That would be the only validity and the only point of even trying to know all of that stuff. Otherwise, at the end of the day, it's like, we don't know what it does for real. We don't know. And like CDC and all these people are always trying to come on and give these solitude answers. Like, we know this and we know that. And the next week it's like, actually, scratch that. It's like, listen, people, stop coming like so strong. Just be like, hey, I don't really know, but we're saying this for now. However, this can change. Like, nothing has to be so solid. I don't know why people feel like they just like have to know. It's okay to not know. And I think it's okay to admit that you don't know, or that this is the most we know so far. Just say like, hey, this is the most we know so far, but we're continuing to do research, so this might change. That's it. Because when you don't do that, anyway. So do I think it's a conspiracy theory? I don't care. I don't think it matters. I'm honestly tired of just hearing about all of this blame game and what it is and what it isn't. At the end of the day, what we do know, is that it's killing people. What we do know is that thousands of people are dying. What we do know is that what makes this illness different from other illnesses, in my perspective, is that it's a lonely illness. Out of everything, I think that that's the worst. Because at least, not to put light of cancer or any other terminal illnesses, those are all terrible. However, at least if you have cancer or any other condition, heart disease, whatever, if you're passing away in BC, before COVID, you could at least be surrounded by loved ones. You could at least, have your passing away time be full of love. You can at least be buried and be around people who are mourning with you and have that emotional support. But now, with COVID, if you're dying, you don't even have any emotional support around you. Your family and loved ones are not near. You can't even really have a funeral. I mean, aside from what it's doing of killing people, it's also just emotionally taxing. It's lonely. It's a lonely disease. And that's the part that sucks the most about it, is that you have people dying alone. You have people dying with no support. You have people dying. And then you have people just sitting in the back arguing about conspiracy. And it's like, who really cares? Who cares? Like, is it really that big of a deal about, oh, the government is just trying to do this, oh, the government's just trying to do that? And it's like, I mean, sure, you can talk about it and everything like that, but you literally have people out here losing sleep about it, getting into fights with people about their opinions, getting in arguments. And it's like, listen, don't let this COVID thing and the difference of opinions, because at the end of the day, no one's really arguing facts. Nobody really knows about this, okay? No one really knows anything. So you're sitting here having a dead, hardcore argument about how it started and what it is. And it's like, we don't even have facts. Next week, your whole argument is going to change. So where's the empathy and where's just the humanism of just being like, you know what? We don't know, sure, it may have started in China. We don't really know the specifics. We're still learning about it, but this is what we know, blah, blah, blah. So it's just really frustrating that, people are really spending time focusing on, just to me, the wrong aspects of it. And although it is a very negative situation with the COVID, there has been a lot of positive things that have come from having such a negative experience, and people are just learning so much about themselves, spending quality time with their families. You have more people starting to homeschool and that are looking even into doing that, even post-COVID. So there's been just a few beautiful things that have come out of the catastrophe. That's something that I'll talk about, I guess, in more detail another time. But I just wanted to take a moment to just kind of talk about the COVID. Facial, because my face needs the good Lord. Just breaking out. I got pimples, just all of this PPE and mask and stuff. Looking a hot riggedy mess. Riggedy. But watching a little bit of church first, you know what I mean? Happy Sabbath. And then I'm gonna head to bed. What is that? Is that a bug? It was not a bug. Okay. I freak out with bugs, especially in New York. You just never know. I don't put nothing past nobody in New York. But anyway, I had a good night last night. I'm tired. Can't wait to go to sleep. I have to do a thing at a church today. My pastor, Damian Chandler, in Sacramento, California. So I have to wake up halfway through my sleep to do a video call with him in his church. So let me go to bed. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.